So let's move to the next category. And this category, though, we're talking about image/video description. Karen, let's start with you. Let's talk about this category. Which ones would you think would go into this category? And then we'll discuss those and then see where our votes go. In other words, I'm talking about not just like an app, but I mean, of course, there are apps and services. So we're talking about, you know, the likes of ChatGPT, Gemini, and we're also talking about other apps that have such services. And if there are apps that we mentioned in earlier that also have this capability, then we'll talk about that. I mean, last week or the week before, we had the guy from ScribeMe here, and so he'll definitely fall into this category. And the other guy that will also fall into this category will be our friend from PickyBot, right? So let's talk about these things and see what we have. Karen?
If you asked me this question last year, I would say confidently that I'd give the vote for 2 apps. Be My Eyes, the Be My AI feature in Be My Eyes, and PickyBot. PickyBot because of the video description feature, and Be My AI because of the great descriptions that they were able to give. I mean, that the feature was able to give. Well, this would be my question if you asked me that last year, but right now things are different. First of all, I'm really disappointed when it comes to Be My Eyes. It used to be better. It used to give better descriptions. I think that maybe they're trying to do some limits or whatever, but actually I tried it, like the last time I gave it a try, it was with a page. I was asking it to give me the content of the page. It didn't give me the whole page. It gave me just a part of the page. No matter how much I tried, no matter what I did, it kept giving me a part of the page. So maybe they are trying to limit the tokens used. Maybe I don't know what's the point here, but I think this means that the responses are incomplete. I really don't like to say this, but I think it was better before. Well, PickyBot is still one of my favorite apps. I haven't used it recently, but it's I heard from more than one person, and I think Saleh also told me that PickyBot right now is slow. There are errors, there are issues. Well, I know that it's not that easy to keep this app running with all the services and with the costs, but I think we should put this into consideration when we are talking about deciding which app should be given the crown. So I think this is the issue with PickyBot. Like, it's not reliable all the time. I mean, the point is that you are unable to even let it describe sometimes when you need it to describe. So I think this is the issue with PickyBot this year. With respect to other services, well, Seeing AI used also to do like a good job, but the problem with Seeing AI is if you have a slow connection, you will be in a bad situation, because it tries, actually it waits just for some seconds, and if the upload didn't finish during this time, it will give an error. So I tried to let them fix this. They acknowledged the issue, but they didn't really give a fix. So this is the issue with Seeing AI. We have something good, which is the Talkback Image Description. Although Talkback is not really an app related to image description, but since the image description is a part of the screen reader itself, this makes things really good in a way that you don't need to go to another app and to share the image, for example, to another app, or to try to like use multiple apps. Here you are just using one app, which is your screen reader itself. So you just focus the image and try to describe, and you can ask questions. And usually Talkback gives good results. So I think we can also include it in the list of good apps. Well, ChatGPT also has the ability to describe images. It's not blind related, but it has this capability. And you can also ask questions, but you have limits. This is based on the plan that you are using. Gemini as well has this, and Gemini has the good thing, which is the share screen feature, when you can just share the screen and let it see the image. Well, at the end of the day, they all sometimes hallucinate. They all sometimes do a very good job. It's just, I think that when it goes to image descriptions, at least nowadays, when things are not really that great with respect to AI, we still have hallucinations. It's always better to keep more than one, and I think that it's better to also give the award to more than one. So if I want to vote, I think I'll give it to Talkback and to PickyBot. Although I have my issues with PickyBot, but because it has descriptions of images and videos, and I like really this app. I said that several times before. So yeah, I'll also give it to PickyBot.
Yeah, so yeah, as you indicated, there are lots of them out there. And for me, it always boils down to, do I want the real McCoy, the one that will always have access and priority, versus something that, maybe is like leftovers that they're getting, whatever, if I could put it that way. But in reality, they're all doing a good job. I haven't been using the Be My AI from Be My Eyes, to be honest with you. Neither have I been using the Seeing AI. As you indicated, Talkback is always there, so I've kind of been lazy. So I just grab what is right there. I just use a gesture, and it just gets that description from Talkback, which is tapping into Gemini, of course. So I haven't been using the other ones as I ought to. So I think that when it comes to video, maybe real-time video description, I was talking about that to my wife last night. She was watching a movie, and I was doing dishes. The dishwasher was running, or she had gotten the dishwasher running earlier, and I wanted to check to see if the dishwasher was done or how much time I had left on it. I had to use Gemini, and it told me it shows 00, which says, it shows 00, which indicates it is done. And of course, so I checked it again like 3 times to be sure, Karen, because sometimes there may be those hallucinations you mentioned earlier. So to be sure, I had to check it again 3 times, and of course it was done. So, when it comes to video thing, the real-time video, I think that probably the ScribeMe guy app that we had last time, the week before, that is a couple of weeks ago, it does a better tracking in this aspect, even than Gemini, unless, Gemini, you have to prompt it differently again, because it may not keep that tracking going on. So I'm kind of torn between when it comes to video description. I probably may give it to ScribeMe, but then of course we know the price is not cheap. For example, the one that is easily available though is Gemini, which is there for everybody to use.
Yeah, but ScribeMe is free.
Yeah, ScribeMe is free, but I thought he said it has subscription. No,
it's the Live Assist is free.
The Live Assist is free. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so like I said, I give it to ScribeMe. But then when it comes to image description, probably I'll give that to Talkback. So video description, I think, Live Assistant, let's call it that way. So basically, we got 3 categories here in this aspect. The video/image description. You got the live one, real-time video description, and so you got PickyBot does a real-time video description, doesn't it, Karen?
No, it doesn't. It has just a video description. You upload the video and it describes it.
Yeah. So this is between the ScribeMe and then Gemini. How about Chat GPT? Does it do a real-time video description? Sally?
Well, I'm pretty much into image descriptions because I go to social media. I look at pictures, so you know.
Doggone you, boy. But see, for me, I'm always looking at, I want a real video description. For example, my washer, and I want to be able to, hey, let me know when I'm on the sanitize, or the jumbo mode, and like my stove, induction stove, things like that, or the microwave, for example. I could use it on that too. So that's where real-time video comes in, right? So
True,
I don't know, does ChatGPT do real video?
I do have GPT Plus. I'm using it for a really long time. It really does live video, but still sometimes there are connection issues and the stability issues. Sometimes you just need to ask over and over to find out what's going on in your area or what's happening in the video. It also has a screen sharing. Corinne said Gemini has, ChatGPT also has it, and it also, like, once I asked for it to guide me through the settings of my phone, it really did a great job showing me where to find certain thing. So I think it's doing a great job. Well, but still, in terms of image descriptions, I'm going to tell you what happened. I was going to clear my gallery because I had a lot of photos of my beautiful face. So I needed to clear some of them from my gallery. I just asked Talkback one by one, and the process was real fast. I mean, sharing to Be My Eyes, sharing to other apps, it's taking some time, but you just do the gesture, and Talkback is really fast doing this. So in this regard, I'm really going for Talkback's image descriptions. For videos, Pickyboard is really taking a lot to describe the videos. For example, I was asking it to describe a YouTube short video. I waited for around 5 to 6 minutes, but there was nothing. It's able to download the video to process it. It's processing, but nothing else. I changed a lot of models, but for now, it's taking too long to describe the video. So I'm not going to say much for the video descriptions. ChatGPT is not perfect. It's still there. It's doing a good job, but not exactly.
You have to pay. Like you said, you had to ChatGPT Plus.
Yeah, you got to pay for using it.
That's out of the realm.
Yeah, Google Talkback is doing the great job. I don't want to say Samsung Talkback, because Google Talkback is doing the great job here in terms of image descriptions, and it's really fast and accurate.
So we all agree that Talkback probably takes the image description place.
I don't know.
No, Karen says Talkback takes that place.
Yeah.
But then the real-time video.
I should give my vote.
Okay.
I didn't give a vote.
Oh, brother.
No, I didn't, because you said that we should also include this. I wasn't considering it, so this is the point. So actually, I can't say anything about ScribeMe because, unfortunately, despite the guy's attempts, I want to thank him really for his attempts. But until now, I'm still unable to use the feature. It still doesn't want to listen, and it doesn't at all take my prompts. So unfortunately, I can't say anything about it. Regarding Gemini and GPT, I was able to use GPT. I want to test it more because before the subscription, the free period ends. So, but I gave a test. I think it's like close to what Gemini gives you, but the big difference is in the cost. So if you are using Gemini, you are able to use it for free. If you want to use GPT, you have to be a Plus subscriber. And even the Go plan, which is actually not available here, but even if it's available, it doesn't contain the video description or the live camera feature. So you have to be a subscriber at least to the Plus GPT, which is about $20 per month. So it's kind of expensive for many users. So, well, they all hallucinate, to be honest. Until now, I don't think that any of them is mature enough to be used confidently and reliably. Yeah, they do a good job. Sometimes they work well. Sometimes they work very well. But sometimes they just do the mistakes that you never expect them to do. So they are sometimes confused. They are sometimes hallucinating things that aren't really there. And for that reason, I think they are still really not up to the hype, to be honest. But I'm watching things, and I'll say one thing. Both say Gemini and GPT say that they support the live thing, and so you can ask Gemini and GPT, okay, will you tell me when you see a laptop, for example? Both of them will say confidently, yes, I'll be telling you, and then you'll wait and nothing. So both of them don't have this capability, even if they say that, they pretend that they have it. So I'll give it only for Gemini for one reason, which is it's free. So when it works, and it's available for free. So this is the only reason that I'm giving it to Gemini. But as I said before, both services can't be trusted currently. And I think the best is yet to come, but currently, well, they aren't really that good.
So for image description, we gave it to Sally, and I both agree that Talkback takes that crown. Because it's kind of tedious if you're sharing it to an app. For example, you share to Be My AI or share to Seeing AI, but this one is right there. You just invoke the Talkback gesture for image description, which is less time consuming. And so based on that and the fact that it just gets it direct from Gemini, I mean, these other guys get it from there, but I would rather have something that is right there. I mean, unless if they do something that is better. For example, there's one thing, though, that I like about Seeing AI when it does work, for example, is that feature where it allows you to explore the image. You know what I'm talking about, guys? For example, let's say I have a picture of a cow or a picture of a dog, and you'll be able to find where the head is, where the legs are, and things like that. I think that's the only one that has that, unless if I'm mistaken. Is there another one that does that? I don't remember outside of Seeing AI, but most of the time it seems to be kind of buggy. It's not working right. So yeah, so when it comes to image description, we give that to Talkback. And when it comes to real-time video, Karen, you're on Gemini. How about you, Sally? Where you throw your vote to in real-time video?
I don't have my voice for that. Yeah.
Which one would it be, Sally?
Well, I don't really have a vote for it because it's not giving me the right results.
But have you done anything at all with real-time video? Did you try ScribeMe?
Yeah, I tried ScribeMe, but since it needs a while to speak my language, I guess it's too early to say anything.
Okay. So in this case, it'll be a draw between Gemini and ScribeMe, right?
Yeah. Did you give the vote to your vote to ScribeMe? I thought you voted for Gemini.
Well, I think I said I gave it to ScribeMe because the tracking issue that you mentioned earlier, Karen. So I say, hey, let me know if you see my keyboard, and I'll point it and move it to my keyboard, and it is probably the keyboard's already showing, but it wouldn't say it until I say, do you see my keyboard now? And then, oh yeah, I see your keyboard. But what I want, like you said, Karen, if I said, okay, you're seeing my coffee mug right now, but when you see my keyboard appear in the video, let me know. And like you indicated, Gemini will say, yeah, I'm going to let you know when I see it. But when it sees it, it doesn't tell you until you say, do you see it now? Then it'll say, yeah, I see it. But so for ScribeMe, on the other hand, however, if I say, hey, if you see my keyboard, let me know. And once I move around and it sees it, it tells me. So because of that, I gave my vote to ScribeMe.
One additional thing that they have introduced in the most recent update is, and this is good, I think. Okay, I couldn't try it because I said earlier my issue, but it's the ability to let it identify people. So you give an image of someone, and you give the person a name, and whenever it sees this person, this face, it will tell you that I can see this person in the view. And this is great because it's the only app that has this feature. Yeah, other apps like image description, for example, Seeing AI, and I think InVision as well. I'm not sure about InVision, but Seeing AI has this feature. If it sees the person that you have already identified before and saved the name before, it would tell you, but it doesn't have anything related to live. So the difference here is that in ScribeMe, you are going live and it just sees the person and tells you, okay, I can see this person.
InVision has that too for a real long time, especially for the InVision AI app. You know, I'm really sad for what happened to them. Like they really lost the track. They, how they say, killed themselves. Like you know, especially in like recent years, they didn't do much in terms of their app and quality. They focused on the glasses. They made an AI app, which is now far from where it should be. So it's really, really, really sad.
That's true. The focus is completely on the glasses. You feel like the apps are on the phone just to advertise the glasses.
Yeah, exactly. That I mean, it's like they've. I know where they were years ago, started as a small startup, but now they forgot their real users. You know, if you guys are listening, you didn't do well. I'm being honest. You really killed yourself.
Yeah. So in other words, though, the ally is supposed to do some of those things that we just talked about, the life assistant type behavior, right? Like the ScribeMe, Gemini, and ChatGPTs. So they're supposed to be doing that same kind of thing. So yeah, so that's what would be for this category of video / image description type of thing, real-time video and all of that.